Hi, and welcome back to Two Bears Trekking. Today we're going to be talking about an absolutely gorgeous, spectacular place on the coast of South Carolina where you can camp.
Ooh.
So stick with us.
Yes, let's go.
Last year, we took advantage, or I ended up taking advantage of a special, which was 50% off at Myrtle Beach State Park.
Nice. I wasn't there.
You weren't,
No.
sadly.
Oh, yeah. It was the Christmas we weren't together.
I know, and it was so cold.
Oh.
But anyway, so I had gotten an amazing deal, and we did a video on that last year.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly,
Mm-hmm.
Myrtle Beach State Park is not offering that snowbird special this year. So
No.
if you want to go down there, you're going to have to pay full price, but stick around because we're going to tell you if it's worth it.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it.
All right. Myrtle Beach State Park is located on the southern end of Myrtle Beach. So the downtown area is to the north as well as the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Airport's just about, gosh, it seems like only a mile away because those planes would fly right over.
There you go.
And starting at 6 a.m. or earlier in the morning till midnight or something like that.
I remember you talking to me on the phone. It's like, here comes the planes. Yes.
But if you are looking for a place between the Northeast and Florida to start your winter, it's beautiful there in December, January. Usually the weather is moderate. In 2022, we did have that cold snap down there, and it was below freezing. I think it was below 20 degrees, so hopefully you won't have that if you decide to stay there. It's a huge park, like 278 campsites. Like I think 138 of them are RV sites.
And it looks beautiful to me. I mean, you showed me the pictures.
It is amazing. Look at these sunset views on the beach.
Amazing.
I mean, where are you going to get that?
No, I mean, really. I mean, it's a nice place to go for a walk on the beach and enjoy sunsets.
It is one of the most beautiful state parks to camp, I think, on the East Coast.
That's a big statement.
It was opened in, I believe it's 1936. It was actually developed by the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps.
Cool.
During the Depression. Yeah. So it's been around for a while, and they also have cabins. They kind of remind me of the Dirty Dancing cabins. It's like, every time I went through there, I want to do a little,
come
mambo.
on, baby. Dance with me, baby. Yes.
So you can also stay in cabins if you like. You can tent there. There are a variety of different options. They now range in price for the sites, $35 up to $70, depending on whether you have sewer at your site, if it's a premium site or not, and if it's just a 30 amp electric or it offers you up to 50 amp electric. So there are lots of different options. All right, here's a little secret. Be sure that you stick around to the end for some bonus content on the best spots to camp in Myrtle Beach State Park.
There you go.
There are bathhouses with showers, laundry facilities scattered throughout. So very convenient for
nice
longer
stays. I mean, look at these. They're really nice.
Absolutely. Perfect for longer stays. They allow you to stay 30 days, 30-day periods during the winter. So that's an extended period versus the 2 weeks other times of year. They are open year-round. I will tell you, last year they did a last-minute closure for what they call preventative maintenance, the end of November, beginning of December. If you had already made a reservation, luckily we had, I was able to keep it. And I think they probably did the same thing for this year, although they made the closure announcement a lot earlier. So
smart.
Yeah. So the closure for 2023 will be from November 26th through December 8th. So just make sure you make a note of that. But you can still go for the Thanksgiving holiday and just sort of check out at the end, or go for the Christmas New Year's holiday, which a lot of people do. It gets very full at that time.
It's a great time. I mean, wouldn't it be fun just to enjoy Christmas on the beach?
And you can visit with Santa.
Santa's on the beach. Aww.
It was fun. And I wanted to go sit with Santa, but there was always a line.
A line for Santa
And I
on the
didn't want to
beach.
have to fight the kids to get to Santa.
I hope not. That's kind of creepy.
Although I thought about it. And there is a free pier there. You just go through the shop. The shop hours are basically 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Although I recall them being shorter in the winter, but that is what is on their website. You can get ice cream and popcorn in the store, a couple of other little things, and little shopping knickknacks, trinkets, and drinks, etc. And you can actually fish off the pier, but apparently not for sharks.
Don't fish for sharks.
Not sure
I
who
don't know
would
why
do
you'd
that.
want to fish for a shark.
But it was a beautiful day. I'd go out there to work, sit there on one of the benches, just watch the people and the spectacular views.
I really miss being able to go there because it seemed like it was a nice place.
Now, there are lots of other things to do as well. There are a couple of playgrounds there. There's a nature center. There are little ball pits and other things to play there. What else am I? Obviously, biking. There are walking trails. You can walk the beach if you walk down to the next pier to the north. That is paid. It's at a hotel, so they charge you to get onto the pier, but you can't get around there and keep going and walking down the beach. Find a nice restaurant and just
Play
enjoy.
miniature golf.
Yes.
I've got lots of little things like that all
There
over the
is
place.
Jurassic Golf, a little bit in the downtown area, and also there's a museum and lots of other fun things to do. Now, the hours are truncated or some things are closed during the winter season. If you do have a rig, there is street parking. So I was surprised because I'm like, oh, you know, have to walk or whatever. But if you, especially if you have a van or a smaller rig, you can just drive right there into town. There's always plenty of parking.
There you go.
All right, so here's the bonus content that we promised. Where is the best spot in Myrtle Beach?
Yeah,
State Park Campground.
I don't know. Where is it?
Well, I'm going to tell you. I think it's where I stayed.
Of course it is.
To understand this, take a look at this map. This is how it's set up. It's set up almost like an amphitheater.
Oh.
Right? In its shape.
Oh, yes.
And it has multiple loops that sort of stack on top of each other, right? Going front to back. The front one's kind of the most compact, the least private, and probably the noisiest from people in and out. So a lot of people head farther back.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I stayed on loop 5. There are loops beyond that are accessed from 5, but those get very close to the road.
Ooh.
And you also have to be careful not to be too close to one side because that is the path of the airplanes. So there is a fine balance. I see it in site 198. Take a look at it here.
There you go.
It's nice and deep. It's offset.
It's a beautiful spot.
This is a spot where you're going around a corner. And so all those sites right in that area, starting maybe with the one just to the right-hand side as you're looking at the site I stayed in, and then going to the left and across the road and onto the other side of the road up to the bathhouse facility, the small one that's over there. For the that's a full hookup area, so they have fewer facilities there. Now the ones that's on the back side, and you can see nothing backed my site. There was like little paths that go back to the ranger area back there, the secret spot. There's a secret road that goes back there. I was too chicken to go back there, so but I saw rangers going back there. So that area is quiet. Now across the street, the inner sites, not so great, not as nice. There's also on that backside where I stayed, a lot more wooded, partial sun, shade. I think it was the perfect spot. So check it out.
There you go.
And let us know what you think. Now back to the original programming.
That's great. I mean, it sounds like an ideal place to go to.
It is. And I was amazed at how close the convenience is. This is why I'm saying it's great for a longer term stay if you don't want to go all the way down to Florida, or if you want to do it on your way to Florida.
There's a grocery store nearby, wasn't there?
like a mile, and you could just walk or bike over there. Um, and that's a whole plaza. There was a Chinese restaurant there as well. There was a flea market, huge flea market, and a couple of other things there. And then just right down the road from that, by the end of the airport, is Warbird Park. So you can go and check that out and enjoy that as well. And there's Market Common if you want to go for a little bit longer of a walk. The question is it worth it?
I don't know about you because I didn't stay there, but my opinion is yes. What do you think?
I think it is. Have you stayed at Myrtle Beach State Park? Have you been looking to stay there? Do you have any additional questions?
Mm-hmm.
If you do, drop them down below.
Absolutely. And we'll give you the answers that we know.
And we remind you, like, share, subscribe. We've been doing a little bit more cruise content, but we've been trying to also stay true to our RV content because we are full-time RVers.
So if you like this, share it with other RVers.
Because it will help us to make more RV content.
Correct.
And make sure it's being seen by folks. And make sure you subscribe because we have lots more great content coming up.
Yes.
And as always,
keep on trekking.